Hey everyone, it's Jen with Spirited Saturdays, and this week we're talking about the holidays, including Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, all inclusive. What I really want to talk about is incorporating eating disorder recovery into this whole discussion, is practicing gratitude. Gratitude is key. It's key to living a life. It's interesting that right now, probably millions and millions of people all over the world are practicing gratitude. So remember that when you practice gratitude right now, like millions of people are open to receiving it because they're practicing it too. And so all you have to do, all anyone has to be great if we could, is to be open to receiving gratitude and to giving it and practicing it. And then when you do that, the effects are heightened tenfold because it's already so active right now. And really all this gratitude is setting the stage for the next phase of, the new year, whatever that is. It's a platform on which to move forward. So it's really important to be grateful. Be grateful all year round, but take advantage of this chunk of time where a lot of people are being very grateful and very appreciative of each other, and join that and help to be a part of what creates it. So take inventory also. Take inventory of what's gone on for you, who in your life, is good for you, who is not so good. Take inventory of your positive experiences. Take inventory of the things that have meant something to you and the things that continue to fuel you to go forward in your life and on your journey. Take inventory of all of that and be mindful of where you are right now and don't judge it. Be grateful for the moment. Be grateful for the strengths that you've built up over time, because you're a result of those strengths. You are a culmination of your strengths. So be grateful for that, and don't worry about the food. The food is the least important part of all of this. The food is there to be an extension of our gratitude. It's an extension of our love. It's something that was created by somebody, maybe somebody that we know, maybe somebody we love. And it, like if you're at a dinner and at somebody's house and they cooked a meal and they baked cookies or whatever, they did that out of love from scratch. They gathered ingredients and they did that with the intention of it being enjoyed. This is not a guilt thing. I think this is like coming off a little sideways. Let me just backtrack for a minute. What I'm trying to say is, try and value the love that was put into the food that you're eating, and try and see the food as an extension of the love of the person who created it, and try to take that in and know that this food was created to enhance your experience, to be mindful, to connect with others, because really it's not about the food. It's about the connection with others. And so anything that anybody creates can be an extension of their desire to connect with you. It doesn't just have to be food. But really try and look at food as something to be shared and to be experienced. It does not have to be a source of stress. It wasn't supposed to be. We get that message a lot, in the eating disorder recovery world. We get a lot of that. Oh my God, I'm so stressed, and I've got to be careful. Strategies, this, that. Yeah, strategies are great. But there's a lot of focus on it, how to do it, how to get through it. And I know Ariel touched on this, but it's not about getting through it. It's not getting through this season. It's not about that. It's about living it, taking it in, enjoying it, letting yourself enjoy it, letting yourself be free to enjoy it. So that, what was I saying? Oops. So yeah, so if you're with people and you're really just connecting with that person, let the food be something that really, you know, you can talk about with them. You can say, oh, this is great, do you want to try some? But this is not the end all or be all. This is not the reason that we celebrate holidays. Is just to eat. Oh, what I was saying was that we get a lot from the eating disorder world, right? But we also get a ton from the regular world, unfortunately. Ton of messages about how to defeat the holidays, how to resist, how to fight back, and how to, like, you know, counteract every step that you make toward a flaw, you know, with a correction. Like, it's just like the whole year round, only magnified. That's such crap. Don't take that in. Like, seriously, there's, you know, there's a destructive kind of shield with the eating disorder, but then there's also the healthy shield with, like, you know, to not take in the really toxic messages. So, you know, try and sort through what's destructive and what's worth experiencing. Like, for example, pain can go either way. It can be something that you need to a certain degree in order to break through and get ahead in your recovery, but it can also mean that there's somebody in your life who's causing unnecessary pain and just doesn't, you know, serving no purpose. There's no purpose with that pain. So, you know, really try to filter out what's necessary to fight and what isn't, and do that, like, really with your treatment team, with whoever you work with, therapist, so whoever is, you know, helping you out. Yeah. Another piece of this, just like the food stuff, is a source of creation. The food stuff is something that somebody created to, you know, share and to show their gratitude. It's just one of many things that is created from scratch. And, you know, I think creating things in general is a great way to heal yourself and to express your love and appreciation of someone else. If you put your heart into whatever you make, then it'll be received in that way. And so whether it be creating, and this is totally, I mean, a card is a card, and that's great. It's always thoughtful. But if you want to create a card from scratch, that would be something to try. Creating like a scrapbook, maybe creating like a photo collage or any kind of collage, to kind of document the times that you enjoyed, not only to get yourself through it and not only to communicate it to others, that's a huge piece of it, but also to look back later and say, I was able to do this, I was able to create, and I chose this instead of, you know, letting myself spiral. I chose to create something, and I have that. It could be a really safe thing to refer to later. Something that I learned in yoga recently is having something in your life, or a thought or an observation that reminds you to be mindful. So there's a difference between, it took me a second, but like if you say, for example, just throwing it out there, like when I look at the sky, I'm going to remember to be mindful, and you make that association, then every time you look at the sky, you'll remember that you need to be mindful, especially if you're in a stressful moment and you can't like afford to think too hard about remembering to be mindful. You look at the sky, it's there, it's easy to notice, then that's your cue to now take a second and think of a mindfulness technique that will help you, really. So I'll put the link to that whole thing below. That's great. Otherwise, just remember that sorry. Just trying to make sure. Did anything I missed? Um, yeah. Just remember this, all the holidays, this all in, like, what you do during the holidays and the love that you express and the caring that you have for yourself is really not about it's not like religion specific. It's not holiday specific. It's about intention, and that is pure, and that transcends whatever you celebrate. Also remember to really own your values, and like build on them. Like, say, well, actually, what I was going to say was use this. Oh, you know what? Erase that. I blanked out. All right, like, own your values, own your beliefs. Don't judge anyone else. Don't judge yourself. Don't let yourself take in judgments from anyone else, and own that. Own that about yourself. If you have come to believe something, practice it, and practice the value above all else. Also, when it comes to like what you're choosing to eat, don't judge what other people are eating, and don't worry that other people are judging you. Just do your best, and also really remember to have support. Have support ready. Have, like, really have people set up that you can reach out to in a moment where you're getting sidetracked. But really, really try to, like, let that go. I know it's easy to say, but I'm not just BSing, because I've gone through it, and I know that it's hard. And as somebody who knows that it's hard, I also have experienced moments where it's easier. I have experienced freedom from it. It's, sometimes it's more of a struggle, but and I'm working on it, but I know that it's possible to be completely free on it. The other women on this channel are so inspiring. They inspire me every day. That's the other thing. Look to people who inspire you, who really help you put things in perspective, and don't give something so much power that just doesn't need that kind of power. So above all, just enjoy yourself, enjoy your friends, your family, whoever you're with, and have fun and happy holidays. Take care.